A general explanation of the Buddha speaks of Amitabha Sutra, with commentary by the Venerable Master Xuanhua. Verse for opening a sutra. The unsurpassed, profound, and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Clarifying the principle. Before taking refuge with the triple jewel, doing things which are not in accord with the Dharma may be excusable, but to continue such behavior after taking refuge increases the gravity of one's offenses. Knowing your error, you must truly change your faults and say, I most certainly can be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss. Secondly, you must have faith in the Western land of ultimate bliss, which is hundreds of thousands of millions of Buddha lands from here. Before he realized Buddhahood, Amitabha Buddha, as the Bhikkhu Dharma treasury, vowed to create a land where living beings who recited his name could be born. There is no need to do anything else. It's easy, simple, and convenient. It doesn't cost a thing, and yet this Dharma door is the highest and most supreme. For if you just recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, you will be born in the land of ultimate bliss. It is also necessary to believe in cause and effect, to believe that in the past you have planted good roots which have caused you to encounter this Dharma door of faith, vows, and holding the Buddha's name. Without good roots, no one can encounter this or any other Dharma door. But just as in planting the fields, if a farmer doesn't nourish and irrigates the fields, he won't ripe the fruit. So, believe that in the past you have planted the causes of Bodhi, which in the future will bear the fruit of Bodhi if you just nourish the roots. You may think, you tell me to believe in cause and effect, and to believe that I have good roots, but frankly, I don't think I do. How can you tell whether or not you have good roots? People often ask me to tell them whether or not they have good roots, but I tell them to tell me if I have good roots. They say, I don't know if you do, and I answer them, then how should I know about you? But I do have a method to teach you how to find out. You have met the Buddha Dharma because you have good roots. Without them, you would not have had this opportunity. Granted, I have met the Buddha Dharma, you say, but is it possible that I have no good roots? If you lack them, plant them. If you don't plant them, you will never have any. Whether or not you have good roots is no great problem. The question is whether or not you will plant and nourish them by cultivating according to Dharma. For example, the Buddha Dharma teaches you not to drink, but you will risk your life to do it, drunk, with your head confused and your eyes blurry. Your brain feels as if it were going to split open. This is to walk down the road of stupidity. The Buddha Dharma teaches you not to steal. But even if your life were not at stake, you will steal. One who truly cultivates according to Dharma does not lie, drink, steal, kill, or commit acts of sexual misconduct. Obey the Buddha and refrain from evil. Do not think that minor faults are unimportant, for it is just the minor faults that drag one into the hells or into the path of hungry ghosts or animals. Believe, then, that you have good roots, and that in the future you will reap the fruits of Buddhi. Finally, one must have faith in the phenomena and the noumena of the Amitabha Sutra. The specific phenomena is this: Amitabha Buddha has a great affinity with us and will certainly guide us to Buddhahood. The nominal principle is this: we know the great affinity exists because without it, we would not have met the Pure Land Dharma door. Amitabha Buddha is all living beings, and all living beings are Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha became Amitabha Buddha by reciting the Buddha's name. And if we recite the Buddha's name, we too can become Amitabha Buddha.